What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 977. We're live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined today by James Dean Rader and Ben Funky Askren. We're in the studio. We have to do it from a laptop, but shouldn't matter. Should be fine. Same show, same people. And we had to get this show in because, well, one, the All-Star Classic right after. We need to break that down, talk about what happened. And two, it's Iowa State week. It's the biggest duel. I'll say it. I'll just say it. It's the biggest duel of the year this year. There's not a bigger duel that will happen this year. So with that, we got to break that down in full. And it looks to be, man, it's going to be tight. And the path is there for both teams to win. We'll get into it. But first, let's check in with our man in Wisconsin. The AWA contingent had to be proud of Parker's effort, Ben.
Yeah, I got pumped up. He went and got it done, chased him down. I don't want to complain about much, but the out-of-bounds stalling is – they really need to get more on top of that. And I even thought in the Lesnick committee match, Lesnick maybe could have got hit one more time. There's one other match. What was the other match where maybe – and I just feel like if you're going out of bounds under attack, that's almost by definition. Is that what? Yeah, that's what it was. You're right. It was like if you're going out of bounds under attack, that's a little bit by definition stalling. And there's obviously certain instances where part of the defense is kind of what you should be doing, and that led you go out of bounds. But with a lot of these dudes, it's like, wait, well, why are you defending a leg attack on the edge? Well, it's because you backed up to the edge. Like that's why you're there. That's stalling. You shouldn't be there. You're there because you put yourself there. Therefore, it's stalling. And I think that's true of Lesnick. I think that was true of Mackay. And I think that was true of Truex. And I don't know why these refs are so timid to hit in that scenario.
Yeah, because it's like they would rather you be in a collar tie and that one guy goes out of bounds. They would rather reward that action than reward offense, pressuring a guy to the edge, taking a committed leg attack with an attempt to score. They would rather just swallow their whistle in that moment instead of just like, listen, a guy's floating to the edge and then he's getting attacked. And then the out of bounds is prohibiting that attack. Why are they there?
And it's prohibiting the offensive man from finishing that attack.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that stood out, but
I have a solution.
We all know the solution.
Is it a push-out point?
If a full foot goes out of bounds, the other guy gets a point.
It just needs to be lava. But no, it's not a time for complaining. I thought Parker's match was really, really exciting. To chase him down, but we'll get to it. Why don't we start? We got another new number one at 125 pounds. And it's Jacob Camacho because – no, it's not.
Camacho's number one.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, fair enough.
Because Matt Ramos took out Anthony Noto, who was number one. I thought –
oh, wait, you guys just updated these this morning?
That's how we do, bro.
Last night.
They're animals.
Oh, geez Louise. All right, fair enough.
Me and Kozak hopped on the phone. We got it done.
Thoughts on the Ramos match, Ben?
Man, I'm staring at Figueroa at 2, who hasn't wrestled a match this year. Ramos, I thought Ramos was good. I thought it was the end of the second period. If Noto had had a few more seconds, he was so close to finishing an attack there, and that would have totally changed the match. And then I go back to again 3-point takedown, something we're used to, but. If it's a 2-point takedown, it's 2-2 going into the third period, and I feel like Ramos then probably chooses bottom, right, because it's a tied match. But because he's winning by a point, he has no need to choose bottom in that scenario. Chooses neutral and then gets one more takedown.
And I'm wondering, do we see guys like Noto who are just so good up from the top position? They start taking top more instead of just taking an escape point and put yourself in your best position. It's one thing we talked about with Spencer a lot. Like, man, you're like a transcendent turner, but guys aren't going to go under you. They're not stupid. So unless you're going against someone that's, supremely confident. You may not even get an opportunity on top if you don't get the takedown.
Yeah, and to your point, Christian, think about this: if say you choose top, right, and maybe they get away, so they feel emboldened to take bottom. Even if you were to give up 2 escapes, a takedown still wins that match, right?
Yeah,
or they're gonna have to get away 3 times in less than 60 seconds, right? Because if you get an average of 20 seconds ride time every time, you're gonna get another point. Therefore, it would be 4-3. If you're really good on top and you can't get 60 seconds of ride time in three attempts, you're not actually good on top, and you shouldn't be choosing top. So, choosing top, I think, definitely something that people should. Well, this is the thing, right? When you're seeing these things play out, you're going to have new strategic things happening kind of all along, and people are going to start figuring out, well, yeah, why wouldn't I choose top? If that's my best position, I might as well give myself a shot here.
One area where the new rules came into play that I hadn't really considered previous to it that showed up in the All-Star Classic was when McGonigal and Latona went into tiebreakers, and McGonigal got the reversal, and then Latona got choice after and took neutral and going.
Because the takedown would have won it.
Yes.
Yep. That
was interesting. Yeah. That scenario had not crossed my mind prior to last night.
Yeah. But yeah, nice win and you mentioned it, like that scramble really at the end of the second kind of decided it goes down as a major because Noto was just really reckless at the end of the match, just trying to make something happen that wasn't there. And so it ended up being a major, but it was really, in truth, a 1 takedown match.
That's Christian, that you realize that's the crazy thing, right? If it's a 1-point match, if JD's beating you by 1 point and you get reckless at the end and you go to your back, that's a major. Right, it goes from 1 to 8 in one exchange.
Yeah,
it's
no
wild.
Doubt. It's wild, but I like it. 33, man. McGonigal is going to keep his name in the mix there. I felt like, there was a lot of like, man, what after Crookham did what he did, should we have this guy in the event? Like that wasn't a conversation we were having, but like I saw that externally. It's like, man, this guy's really good. If you think this is not some pushover match, and I'm not the least bit surprised that he was able to beat Sam. And that just because Ryan Crookham beat Connor and did the veto thing, like if you think that Pat Santoro has just made his decision and McGonigal can't start is not in the opportunity to compete for that spot, you're crazy. This guy's really good, and he's competing, and it didn't go down. It wasn't like the prettiest match, but man, he got his hand raised against a really, really good guy in Latona.
Yeah, he should honestly go straight NLI. Like, who's the highest bidder? Show me the money. Is what he should probably do at this point.
And NIL, yeah. I don't know. That's where. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough for him to stay there, just being that good.
Yeah, because he has how many years left? 2.
This year and 1 more.
Yeah, so 2 more years.
Yeah. So that was that match. Do you have any notes there, Ben, beyond that?
No, wasn't great. He did hurt his Latona hurt his knee. Hopefully it's not too bad on that scramble in overtime. I don't know why he didn't turn his knee up there.
Oh, you think he messed it? Sam just should have done something different in that scramble.
Well, it just. Keegan just kicked my butt this morning. We had open mat. I was not feeling so good about myself afterwards, but we were talking about that scenario because we kind of gotten somewhere similar, and it's like, dude, you need to preserve your body, right? And in that, if someone's cranking on your knee, like it's good at some point, it's going to pop, right? Some people are more flexible than others, so at some point on everyone, your leg doesn't bend that way, and it's going to hurt, and hopefully it's not that hurt, but you're rolling the dice there.
I was talking to McGonigal about it afterwards, and I got to go back and rewatch, but he said something like he holds it, and then he waits for them to push off and extend, and that's when he does whatever he's going to.
They usually
yeah, but he felt that, and then Latona pulled back in, and that's when his knee got messed up.
Yes. Yeah.
So I hope Sam's good to go.
Yeah, nothing else on that one for me.
Lachlan McNeil gets the win over Codahan of Navy. He's a pretty significant favorite coming in. He got the job done. No notes for me.
I did not watch that one, actually. I was in practice. I did go back and watch a lot of them this morning, but I did not see that one.
Anti-Canadian bias. I knew it. And you're so close to Canada.
We're close. Not that close.
Lachlan McNeil might be one of the most underrated wrestlers in the country.
He's really good.
Oh, that's the Shane Sparks statement right there.
Yeah.
I just feel like to a lot of casual fans, they don't even know him. He gets slept on a lot, but he's really good.
Well, the beginning of his season last year wasn't great. And then we didn't see a ton of him. And then he just balled out at NCAA. So I think it was really NCAAs. It was like, whoa, this is kind of what we thought Lachlan was coming out of high school. And then, boom, there he is. And so I think over time he'll get that notoriety. I believe that.
Well, and the other thing, guys, is that it's not like he wrestled at like a Blair or a Sim or St. Ed's or somewhere where people knew him in the States, right? So no one saw his high school career. So yeah, there's a lot of people.
He did go to Sim.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought you said he was from Canada. Wyoming Seminary in Pennsylvania, Christian.
Only one Ironman.
I don't recall this. How many years did he go there?
Man, more than one. Certainly more than one.
Really?
Yeah, Ben.
See, I'm out of the loop then, I guess. Now I look like an idiot. You guys made me look like an idiot this morning. I thought he was from Canada, and now he's going to Pennsylvania. So he's from Pennsylvania then.
Oh, there you go. And Ed Roos from New Jersey.
Damn it all.
All right.
I try not to look stupid on the show, and you guys just got me good on that one.
Oh, get ready. You're going to look really stupid soon. But I'm not going to tease it. You're a smart guy, Ben. I'm a tease. That's called a tease. Industry term. 149.
Oh, the Hamidi thing? The Hamidi thing? I didn't bring that up. That was someone else's point.
I didn't.
Oh, you Great American Hero? He wasn't 100%. He was going to put himself on the battlefield. He was putting himself on the battlefield when he wasn't all the way ready.
That's not what it is. Don't worry. It's dumber than all those. Those takes weren't even bad. All right, 149.
What could it possibly be?
We'll get to it.
For those listening, Ben is just holding up upside down.
Now you're pissing me off. I gotta do this live here. We gotta do this. We gotta do this thing here.
Like, I love Ben.
All right. Now you got me mad. See, I was gonna be nice today. I came for peace. Now look at the tears. Look at the tears right there.
He always says that. Look at the tears. I'm going to get Ross to make me something. It's going to be good. Hey, I like that you're in an effort to prove that you're not dumb. You grab your plaque and hold it in front of the camera completely upside down for the people. Was
it upside down? Well, I just grabbed it. I can't see it.
Yeah. There, that was,
I'm actually because I'm actually on the YouTube. I'm on the YouTube thing, so that's delayed by I don't know 20 seconds or so.
He's on the YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna stop bullying Ben because.
Do you know what the YouTube is?
I've heard of it.
The YouTube machine.
YouTube was at the All-Star Classic last night. I saw. Okay, 149.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they were there. It was a big deal. Shane Van Ness. Yeah, first big pop of the night was when he came out, first Penn State wrestler of the evening. Really fun match. Thought Parko wrestled pretty well. That last exchange was like maybe one of the exchanges of the night.
That was in the second period, right? The one where it was like a crazy back and forth and he ended up putting him on his back?
Yeah, I think it was right at the buzzer of the second.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was kind of blown away that Parko was able to not give up back points on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he was planted. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they bounced too hard or whatever, but it was really a pretty impressive recovery.
The main takeaway is going to be Shane Van Ness is really good, which it should be, but I came away impressed with Parko as well. There were some times where Shane got really deep, and I was surprised Parko was able to defend as well. I thought he wrestled really hard. Just Shane Van Ness, different cat right now. I'm really excited. Him and Ridge, they got dual Big Tens and potentially NCAAs. So
that'll be good.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I think what we saw a couple guys really win, I thought, with really impressive pressure, and I thought Shane was one of those guys, just like consistently moving forward. You know, he keeps his opponents off balance. He mixes up his attacks. He hand fights hard. And it took like really all that assertiveness just for really that one big scoring sequence to finally materialize. Because against great wrestlers like Kyle Parko and eventually Ridge Lovett, it's probably going to take that kind of an effort. So I think, you know, the kind of question I think we all knew the answer to after Van Ness's run at NCAAs was like, well, you know, is that who is going to be moving forward? And I think we all kind of thought, yeah, probably so. And now, you know, even more evidence that he's just that guy right now. 57 Novak versus Hurdle D2 D3.
I don't get to say anything about 49.
I'm sorry.
Just skip me.
I apologize.
Skip me. How rude.
I apologize.
I had the same thing as JD. I was you know, Van Ness is good, but Parko did some really awesome things there because that could have kind of got out of hand if Parko's defensive prowess wasn't so high, and he would have given up a takedown or two more.
Yeah, for sure. Good. Yeah, Parko's good. I think those guys are on the short list to win 149. I know we tiered that out a while ago, and no real changes at this point in my mind.
Yep.
Okay. 57 Novak versus Hurdle. This one lasted in the 15 to 20 minute range with all the overtimes. I'd never, since the new tiebreaker rules and sudden victory rules, I hadn't seen a match that I've commentated or really even remember it go that long.
Go to the second
sudden victory.
How many minutes? 13 minutes or something?
It's a lot. It was a lot of time. And then it goes to the second.
They couldn't even settle it in the first folk style criteria period.
No criteria. So it's 2 criteria periods necessary. But Hurdle gets it done. It was cool. I think we'll probably try to find a way to showcase D2 and D3 in the event moving forward if we're able to do so. So that was cool. And then upset, Olejnik pulls off the I don't know, was it the biggest upset of the night? Yeah, probably so, for sure.
I think it probably was.
Taking out Dean Hamady. I'm going to give you the floor here, Ben. What were your thoughts on this match?
Man, well, the ankle pick was slick, but it was really Hamady's inability to finish. Part of that was how good Olejnik was in that shin wizard. He's good. He's annoyingly good in that position. Plus the edge, where I thought Hamady could have gotten another stall warning, maybe one more, which that would have changed the outcome of the match because he still would have, you know, even without that last takedown, still would have lost by a point. But Olejnik was really playing the edge. The ankle pick was so slick. And then, obviously, the third period, he was really able to hold him off. He had some really good tactics on the edge because it looked like there's a time or two where it looked like he was going to get pushed out again, and they're probably going to go stalling on that, and he was able to circle himself back in. So I thought Olejnik looked good.
Olejnik looked like Cowboy out there.
He did, hitting that low level. Hey, we had a question here.
I saw it.
Can Ben do an impression of John Smith accent to Olejnik's ankle pick on Hamady?
Oh, Isaac just came in from Illinois, and man, he's got some good movement. And he just went out there and grabbed his ankle. Hamady fell down.
He fell right down. Yeah, it was kind of crazy how deep, and you were kind of. It felt like, okay, this time he'll finish it. This time he's gonna finish it. This time it just never came, and so a big upset, and it does disrupt the point that Dean Hamady is the most consistent wrestler in NCAA history, based on Ben's criteria via someone.
Not mine. No, someone else said that. Stop. Don't put that in there. Oh my gosh, you guys already switched the rankings. I was like, oh my gosh, Olejnik is ranked higher. I forgot you changed it this morning. Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. There were some questions along the way. Here's one from The Real Slink, kind of circling back. Is it fair to say Shane didn't just go on a Moisey run at NCAAs and he's a real title threat? Yeah, for sure. I think he's a real title threat. Yeah, no doubt about that. I don't think anyone
would have said that. And honestly, we wouldn't have really said that about Zeke Moisey till years later, right? I mean, like, no one kind of thought that. Even maybe he takes a few losses, you're like, yeah, but he's going to get it back together. And then he kind of just never really did.
Yeah. He did place another time. People kind of forget that.
Yeah.
Oh no, we already touched on that one. Okay. Before we get into 174, Tyler, we have a clip. Ben, buckle up and get ready.
Oh, yeah.
What did
have a
I say?
Pennsylvania native saying that I pronounced Staraki correctly, and I'm the only one on FRL who does so, and they would like to challenge you on the topic.
This is Carter's words. He said it's Starachi.
The man said
What are you talking about? He's wrong. I'm not saying
This guy says, hold on, I will, you know what, I screenshotted it because I meant to send it to you. He says, the pronouncing of Staraki was the topic at practice. Nobody recalls ever referring to him, his brother, sister, or dad by any other pronunciation. You are the only guy that calls him the name everyone in PA and Erie knows. Someday I want you to challenge Christian to get on your side with it.
This is one of the dumbest things that has ever been uttered on the show.
It was pronounced Staraki. How do you say your last name?
First of all, Ben Askren's a blow bag, and second, it's Starachi.
What do you call me?
Boom roasted.
Called you
What
a
was the word
blowback.
he used? What does that
I
even
think it was
mean?
like a blowhard.
I actually had another Italian American coach. I'm gonna go find it. I'm not gonna tell you who it is because I said if he wants to take it up with you, he should take it up with you. An Italian American coach said, "Listen to FRL. Carter's name should absolutely be pronounced the way you think. His dad is Italian, and that's 1,000% how you say it. The CH sound at the end, the way people have been saying it, is not right."
What do you want me to do about it? When I first read his name, I only ever said Staraki, and then I was corrected. So what am I? Take it up with him. Take it up with the parent. Don't take it up with FRL. Okay. That's misguided.
I'm just saying. The Italian Americans are on my side.
Tell the coach to take it up with him, not the podcasters.
You damn podcasters.
That was classic. Okay, but the real topic with Carter is the dominant performance, and it looks like, as scary as it is to say, a different Carter Starachi for this year. Ben, what were your thoughts on his performance?
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, obviously, yes, he's the best guy at this weight class, 100%, right? But Makai he just doesn't really offer anything anymore. It's not the same guy 2 years ago that was in the NCAA finals against Carter. But last year, I don't think it was as competitive. The 2 years ago, it was an overtime match. Last year, it was never really in any doubt, I guess you would say. And this year, it definitely wasn't. I mean, Carter was not able to get a takedown in the first period, and he didn't get the first takedown of the match till late in the third. But I don't know why Makai goes underneath him anymore. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think in an all-star match, you test the waters, see if you can. And now it's like, okay, shouldn't do that. I thought the first period was one of the more dominant scoreless first periods I'd seen, just in terms of attack rate, pressure. I thought Makai looked fatigued early, and I don't know that I've seen Carter take it out of a guy that good that fast. I don't know if I've seen him really, truly dominate someone that good the way he did. I thought it was different. And David was talking about
just from the pressure or from that. That's what you're saying.
I think it was the pressure, but from a technical perspective, I mean, I feel like you got to reverse course here a little, Ben, because all I ever heard last year was how this guy doesn't work to turn anyone, and he freaking just turned a national champion. Like, he came out there, got his belly on the mat, took his wrist out, and turned him. I think it is absolutely a shift.
Yeah. He looked great. And I don't think I said anything different there.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, part of it, I think, is
like he thought he was like the same guy.
Well, I think it's both. I think Carter's going one way, and I think Makai has just not gotten a lot better in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we'll
see how that way plays out, I guess.
Yeah. Thoroughly impressed with him.
Ben's just being a hater because
huge hater.
A blowbag.
Huge hater. He's acting like, I don't know.
I don't even know what blowbag means.
Yeah, I'd never heard that term either. Hopefully it's nothing Really
It's
don't.
not.
Okay. JD keeps me in touch with the streets. He's the most streetwise kid I know. Okay. 84. I talked about pressure. I thought,
Before we move on to
yeah.
84, who gets performance of night? 285 or 174?
man.
285 for sure.
Gosh.
Kirk, I don't know if it's
know.
a for sure.
I'm like,
Because he
Really?
dismantled the guy.
yeah. I think I also think like Styles. Well, one, how healthy was Wyatt is a question in my mind. It's still like
Yes.
it still is something where I'm like, I don't think Greg will ever lose to Wyatt at any point
Yeah,
now.
that's
It
fair.
did plant that seed, health or not. I do feel that way, but there was that, and also with like Wyatt, it's like the reason we love him is he's so wild, and I think he's not coming from behind and getting down big like that. It just kind of just snowballed.
Well, he also, I don't know if he didn't really shoot guys at all, and that's
No.
pretty rare of him.
True.
'Cause so he got Daniel shot, and he kind of hit that go behind, and then kind of Kirkwood kind of turned in and was able to catch him on his back. But then after that, even though he was down, he didn't really shoot at all. Right? It was, I think, 2 or 3 low doubles, which the low doubles were really nice. But I was just kind of surprised. I figured like, okay, Wyatt's going to try to go big or fire off some high crotches or something, and he really never did that, which led me to believe that maybe his knee's not great.
That opening takedown for 7 he got was super impressive. Wyatt trying to jump cradle? It looked like he might have been trying to jump cradle to me, and Kirkwood just flipped him over.
Well, I think he's went head and leg, but he got too low. And then Kirkwood was able to kind of turn and come back into him and get him off balance there.
It's time to start this discussion. Should Kirk Fleet be tried for treason for doing that to a troop?
Yes.
I say it was a simulation. In training for like Army and Air Force stuff, you have to have training against other troops, but it's not like the real thing. So that's what this was. So I think he's just training. Yeah, I think in this way he's actually helping the troops. Okay, Parker Kekheisen. I talked about pressure really showing up in some of these matches. I thought that's what we saw here. Very assertive. I mean, the first takedown that Bernie had is so freaking nice. His left-handed swing is really next level. Thought he did a good job. But then, man, it's like there is an element, and David was talking about this on the broadcast. Like he does kind of counter to the Penn State mold, and he challenges a lot of guys because he can kind of like be retreating and then firing. But it seemed to, after that opening takedown, not be a good stylistic mesh for a strategy against Parker.
Yeah, I mean, and Parker was getting to the legs a whole bunch, but I mean, he did fend off quite a few leg attacks, and I think Parker was on his legs maybe 3 or 4 times without scoring, something like that. So, he is really good and really tricky, and Parker was able to find the recipe, and that was great.
Yeah, did a great job. Aaron Brooks, I think he did about what we expected. As good as Tanner Sloan is. Aaron's probably one of the 2 or 3 best wrestlers in the world at his weight class.
The outside step was looking nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a lot of ways to beat you.
Yes.
So he's just kind of ho-hum. I feel like we added a couple. I think 97 was probably next topic in our minds anyway. But now I feel like 74 is a little next topic-y, and maybe even heavyweight.
Yes.
All those Penn State guys outside of Starachi said they were planning on going to the Senior Nationals in Fort Worth in a couple weeks. So,
who said that?
Most of the Penn State guys outside of Starachi. So, and that's where we get to watch them really push this season.
Yeah.
Against the senior level guys.
Yeah. And watching Greg, man, I feel pretty certain he's going to be able to hang with a lot of these best
I want to see Greg and Mason, and I'll even say Gable run it back.
Yes.
I do too. I do too. I want to see all those matches.
Do you think are we totally ruling out like a Trent or Stephen Buchanan competing close with Aaron? Yes, all the way. I'm
having a hard time with it. I'm not firm that Tanner Sloan's for sure the second best guy, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that's going to be the case. Especially, I mean, Trent just won the FRL and everything he's done in his career. I think right now, I think Trent is the second best guy at this weight. If you were having me pick who's going to make the finals opposite Aaron, I would say Trent.
They've had very close matches in the past.
They've only had close matches in the past, and
razor thin where NC State fans were not happy with the officiating.
That was the 21 NCAA finals, and so I think he's the one. Maybe he's the one guy maybe keeping it from being a next topic situation. And Buchanan's is a wild card for sure, but I think he's probably 2 notches behind Aaron.
Fair.
And then Greg, we mentioned already, just blitz Wyatt, just all over him. A lot of great leg attacks. It starts with this attack Greg, re-attack Wyatt, re-attack by Greg, and then it's 7 over, and you're like, well, this is over. And it just got worse and worse for Hendrickson.
Yes.
Really impressive performance and really fun night. Long night in the early morning. We had like 6 o'clock flights. All good though, because we got to do this. And we really want to talk about this. Are we good to move on? Talk Iowa State, Cyhawk?
I think we're good to move on. Let's do it.
Man, this is going to be such a crazy duel. I think the atmosphere in Hilton is going to be insane. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be super chippy. Iowa State's putting Chittum on the graphics. Not a coincidence, right?
Dress was like that.
He loves
plays the social media game.
100%. He loves the needle, and that's a needle right there. So, on paper, I don't know who's going to win. How do you want to begin the discussion here, Ben? You want to talk about I think we just go weight by weight. We should be doing picks. You guys are slacking because you don't want this to happen again. Oh, did you?
Scroll.
Oh, we're doing picks? Let's go.
He snuck that in there.
Don't you come at me, Ben.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it on there. Oh, yeah, you snuck in there. Good.
Oh, yeah, you sneaky snake. All right.
Oh, we'll do the whole duel. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, this is what you want. This is the Cyhawk showdown. Okay. This is going to be fun.
Perfect.
All right. All our pick'ems are just Iowa State. So Drake versus Kyson. JD says Terrakina a 2.5-point favorite against Drake Ayala. Terrakina coming off of a dominant win over Eric Barnett, majoring him. Drake
looked really good.
Drake just lost to Oregon State. Kaler.
Brandon Kaler.
Yeah, he really just kind of took himself down in that one. He just tried to slide by
Sometimes
and pulled
that
him
happens.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, did Drake fade, or was he just doing too much at the end of a match? I don't. It's not like it to me. It's not like Kaler ran him down. It was more tactical than physical in my mind. So 2.5-point favorite. What say you, Ben?
Man, I feel like I want to go with Terrakina, but I'm scared that that Drake's going to put the pace on him. He's going to run him down at the end. I'll go Terrakina. It's 2.5. That's 1 takedown.
I would have been scared of that as well. I still think that's probably the path for Drake, but the beatdown Terrakina put on Barnett and looked fresh late.
Yeah.
In doing so, that leads me to believe he's in the best shape he's ever been. Dresser has said in the past he doesn't always do the right things, and now he has been disciplined with everything. So I'm going to go Terrakina as well.
I like regression to the mean a little bit. I think Terrakina comes down a little bit. Drake going to do a little better. And more than anything, I'm not saying it's game over if Iowa loses 125, but the path is really narrow and really uphill if they don't get 125. And for that reason, I'm taking Drake to cover the 2.5.
Oh,
If from each coach's perspective and from our fan perspective, where should they start the duel?
They're going to start at 25.
Ooh.
I'm almost
Sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes Chester, if he gets his choice, but I don't know.
Obviously,
There's
you
no
should start
real-
at 60. You should start at 65 or end at 65. Because if you start at 65, you end with 57, which is
57
great,
is the max.
right?
Yeah.
But you could also maybe start at 74 and end at 65, and you end with 57 and 65 back to back. That would be good.
I think if you're Iowa State, you want to start at 125 because you got your big guns ending, and you say, "Hey, Younger, you need to go get this tech fall or this major." Will Feldkamp, you need to get a pin. Whereas,
Damn! Oh my gosh! I just saw the Feldkamp line. Ah! You're crazy,
Dang,
Jamie.
that's a lot. Okay.
Brutal.
So 133. JD says that Teskey of Iowa is a 4.5-point favorite over Evan Frost of Iowa State. Frost is tough, man. I like the points there for Frost. Give me Frost plus 4.5.
JD, what
Frost
do you
is
got?
tough. Frost is tough. Wouldn't surprise me if he's within that, but I went against my Fort Dodge boy at 125. I got to go with Fort Dodge. At 133, I got Teskey by 5.
Teskey by 5, you say?
Oh, God, I think this one's easy, and I hope this doesn't make Christian change his pick. But Corey Land beat him by 12 last year. Farber tech-falled him. He got tech-falled by Kyle Berwick. There's no reason Brody Teskey shouldn't whoop him. Brody Teskey. Let's go.
All right.
And that was on the
pretty
old
good.
point system. So that was like a 20-point win.
So do we each have it 3-3 right now?
I would have
Are
it.
you saying bonus?
Me?
I
No,
said more than
Ben.
4.5, which is not bonus. I would definitely not rule out a bonus win by Teskey. I'll say Major Teskey 4-3 Iowa.
Ooh. Real Woods versus Anthony Etchemindia. I'm sure this was the toughest one for you to do a line for.
I
Because-
even had it as Mort starting out and lowered it.
Really?
I mean, if he gets on top,
That's the thing.
he could just turn him. I think for sure. I think it would be I'm just saying, I'm not a wrestling coach. It's just my opinion. That's what I do on the show. I think it'd be a tactical mistake for Real not to take top against this guy.
Oh, yeah.
One escape point? We're talking about one escape point?
This either feels like a 3-1 or 3-0, 4-0 type match, or tech fall pin Real Woods, which is what made the line tough. But I think Real is able to get on top and then just goes to work with his tilts. I got Real by tech fall.
Remind me what happened against Ironman and Etchemendia wrestled when he was at Ohio State. What happened in that one?
Scoreless.
It's lost by fall as the final score, but I don't remember it.
He took Ironman, I think, took top in the third period and immediately cradled him and pinned him.
Etchemendia is really tough.
You're right, and it was close. You're right. Yes.
It was like I think it was 0-0 and he pinned him because I think there was no takedown, and then Etchemendia took neutral, and I think there was no takedown, and then he just took top and pinned him.
Dang, crazy.
I think we're gonna see Real come out so hard for that first takedown in the beginning.
Yes.
And try to just build that. I mean, he does that typically, and I think even more so in this match. Like, so Etchemendia, is he ready for that? Like, I love how Etchemendia has been looking, and I love that we have a new wrinkle with a guy with his talent. Right? I think that's exciting. He's got great skills, but I think people are getting a little carried away still. Like, we need to still see a little bit more. I mean, some people are talking like this is a real match. Like, Etchemendia can win. I'm not saying never, but right now I look at what Real Woods has done in NCAA wrestling, and for opportunity or not, but we just haven't seen that from Anthony.
The path to victory for Etchemendia is 0-0 first period. If you have decision, you defer. Hopefully Real takes down.
Ooh, do you defer or do you just go neutral right away? Because the longer the match goes on and you get more sweaty, so because if you defer right away, he might choose top right away.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's 0-0 going into the third, Real's more likely to take top
Oh, really?
in the second.
Oh, is that more scary? Because then it's in the balance, because if you somehow don't turn him, he gets an
away.
escape. I mean, for
But
sure he's getting
anytime-
away, right? Nah, but if
I don't
it's
think
0-0, ooh, that's a tough one.
It means it's for sure Real gets
Oh,
away.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, it's a guarantee
Yeah.
he's not going to get held down by Echemendia. Man, it's going to be a
Right.
crazy one. 7.5. I have such a hard time with this one.
I'm going Woods.
I'm gonna go Real gets on top and gets a bunch of turns and wins by a major decision. So Real Woods for me.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, like, man, conditioning wise, where's Echemendia at? He attacked a lot, but it's different when it's Real Woods. Man, I think this is Woods' bonus here, but man, if it's close, I'm gonna really kick myself because I definitely see how it could be.
It could definitely be close, for sure.
Whoops. Okay, 149. Pick 'em. Oh my
Pick 'em.
gosh, this is the easiest one ever for me. I really think this is Casey.
I was trying to see. They have
me
never
too, but I
wrestled.
thought it was close. CP partying on this.
I just
I think it's a toss-up.
How
but
is-
I go Swiderski.
I'm going Casey
get-
also.
I get why people think it will be a close match. I don't get how the way you conceptualize Victor beating him.
Yeah.
'Cause he has to score.
I feel like it's gonna be close, but Casey's gonna win. And I don't feel quite as strongly as you, but yeah, I think Casey wins for sure.
Watch Voinovich gonna put in double eggs and power half him into oblivion. Party on all of us. I like Victor. I like his game, but man, just the finishing thing last week, I'm like, all right, this is something's going on here.
If you want to also maybe pick a match where things get a little chippy or some emotions come into play,
Boy,
that could be one.
If Casey's involved, you know it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Victor would really be an initiator or an engager in that. He's a pretty cool
No,
customer.
but something like Casey winning and then
He does something, flexes on him.
flexing to the sideline or pointing or something or another.
How many, how do we call them, tense moments are we going to have where, like,
How many borderline team points are going to be taken?
yeah, borderline team
Huh.
points. What if it came down to a team point?
I
Control
say a
that.
couple. There's gonna be a couple of those, for sure.
They
Iowa
should
State
just
fans gonna
agree.
be taunting the Brands. That's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder how many Hawkeye fans are going to be there. I bet it'll be a good mix.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm not sure if it's officially sold out. Do you see lower bowl tickets are going for like 300, 400?
Yes.
Right
I
now?
saw that. Crazy.
Dude, if you like wrestling, it's worth it. It's literally like one of the coolest things you're going to get to watch all year. for
Hottest
sure.
ticket in Iowa, they say.
No doubt. No doubt.
Pretty bummed I won't be there.
Yeah, we've kind of played ourselves.
Oh man.
Oh, sugar. How far of a drive is it to Ames for you?
For
Ben?
me, maybe 5,
Yeah.
5.5, something like that.
I'd probably do that. You can get back that night. Yeah, that dude, you should. You could drive up in the morning and back at night.
That's why they like doing them in the afternoon.
Man, you hate wrestling. That's so crazy.
I think
That's
I
how
got
you
practice that day. It's Sunday, correct, or is it Saturday?
talking about practice.
Sunday.
Talk about practice.
Sunday, man, I got practice. I can't do that.
They were doing
I
something
can't
where
leave my
like
guy tighten.
a club gets in free. Like clubs had to submit their thing, and they picked one club, and them and their guys get in free to the duel.
Your guys should be watching this duel.
Yeah, that is annoying that it's actually directly at practice time. Maybe I could ask them to move it.
It would seem a lot easier for them to move when the duel is. That's going to be broadcast on ESPN than for you to move
Yeah.
your practice time. A couple of kids.
I'm nervous.
Nah, we
I'm
don't
an
move
idiot.
practice times.
I planned my bachelor party for this weekend before wrestling schedules came out.
Oh,
So I'll be-
JD. Jeez Louise.
I know. I'll be on a mountain skiing. So,
JD.
but the problem is you don't normally get service on a mountain. But this duel's on ESPN, so I'm hoping we can post up on the lodge for an hour or two. Tell them to put ESPN on.
Man,
Yeah.
I want to take a break.
that would bum me out. But skiing's so fun. Where are you going?
Colorado, Denver area, Arapahoe Basin. We'll be on.
Heck yeah. All right, 57, Jared Franick, Cody Chittum. JD says Franick 2.5-point favorite. I'm punching in Franick, covering.
Really?
I think this one is tight, but the 3-point takedown makes it so hard to breathe.
I think it is probably like a 3-point match. I just think he gets
Is there
it.
any way you see Chittum winning?
I think he's gonna so Cody's like, man, he's really aggressive. He's a good hand fighter. He attacks a lot. I just don't know if I see him getting in and able to finish on Franick.
Yeah.
That's where I see the difficulty. I don't see Franick getting held down. I think it's a super competitive match. And remember, Cody's a true freshman. Franick's been in the game.
True freshman-ish.
He really is.
Well, but it's because he gray shirted, but he trained for a year in the Iowa
Then it's
room,
funny, remember, but he that was so wild because he was really old for his grade, but then he said, no, I'm going to college early. So he actually was supposed to be what?
Yeah.
Class of 2023, but he made himself class of 2022. But then he went in gray shirted, so he didn't actually go to college. That's kind of wild, right? Like a bunch of moves there.
Snip, snap. Yeah, snips and snaps.
I'm giving Cody a chance, not just to cover, but win this match for sure.
Woo! All right,
I don't know if I'm ready to pull
that would be
trigger on him.
Well, then
winning this
you
stuff,
must love him to cover then.
No, because the 3-point takedown.
Oh, that's not so much.
No, I'm gonna take Cody to cover. I'm gonna say it's a 1 or 2 point match.
Let's go, Cody to cover.
Let's go.
Oh man. All right.
Guys, there still could be
David?
1 and 2 point matches, even though there's a 3-point takedown. I hope you remember that.
Yeah, you broke that down on another FRL. That was really
Okay.
In depth.
We can still add up numbers uniquely.
Put that in the rule book. Despite the 3-point takedown change, you can still add up numbers uniquely.
Like you can go 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3. That's 7-7. We're still going to overtime. I'm teaching you guys math here. Math. I love when I interrupt you and you get really annoyed by it.
Well, I just can't do it. It's just like, it's not fun to listen to. Kelly and the
tears.
car. Is there a way to just... I need Tyler, I demand ultimate control here. I need to be
You
able
don't
to
have
just,
view power.
I need to be able to just put him on a 5-second timeout when he starts acting a fool. We're getting a new studio.
David Carr covers.
David covers. JD's is texting babes right now.
This is one to me where Carr.
I feel like they haven't wrestled, right?
No.
Okay.
Even though they were both in the Big 12 last year. Carr will be winning handily, and then at the end, there is a chance where he's like, oh, I need to go push for this major. Like, if this match happens at NCAs, I might pick Carr to win by 2-1, but because duel will still be in the balance, Carr knows what's at stake. He wants to beat Iowa. He's going to be pushing for a major. I don't know if he gets it. I think it's close. I definitely have him covering 2.5 line.
Man, Caliendo last year only lost to Shane Griffith and Keegan O'Toole.
Carr is on that level.
I know he's on that level, but I'm just saying, man, he's only lost to national champions last year. So I just have, but what is for me, looking at his Oregon State match and I forget the even guy, it's their backup. It was pretty competitive for a while there. And, there could be reasons for that. Was that an optimized Iowa for Oregon State compared to how they're going to be for Iowa State? I would think probably not, but could be something else. We're left to only guess the reasons for that competitive match. Carr coming off a 2-0 over Hamady is interesting because might think he'd get a takedown in there, but it was just a takedown and a ride out. So all that to say, I'm going to go with Carr. I don't think 2.5 is a ridiculous amount for him to cover. What?
I scrolled down on the doc in this Andrew Spade tweet. Are you guys serious?
Dude, after we finished that show, I got so many texts like, does Ben not know about this restaurant? There's so many restaurants that serve Thanksgiving food.
No, there's 3 restaurants all in the middle of nowhere that have not
Tyler cut him again.
Take the L, Beth. No one can hear you. He won't hear. Someone it's finally we need someone that stands up for Thanksgiving food, and Tyler,
stand for something or die for nothing.
He was ready. He was just hovering over. He's like, I dare you. I freaking dare you to downgrade Thanksgiving.
I am very interested to hear y'all's thoughts on this line.
MJ Gaitan versus Gabe Arnold. Arnold 5.5-point favorite. You are
you're high.
Really?
Yes.
I think he may be a drug.
Sure, 5.5.
5.5. That's too rich. Too rich for me.
Too rich.
Arnold wrestles a lot of close matches. I definitely think he's better than Gaitan. Gaitan's got the X factor of high flyer, feet to back.
He needs to not try one of those.
But if he can navigate that, is Arnold capable of winning by 2 takedowns and a riding time point?
I feel like the high flyer thing is the reason I'm worried about picking Gaitan to cover, because I'm worried he's just going to try something and plan himself. That's what happened with Nelson.
He got
last year. He got majored. He's getting thrown around. But Gabe Arnold's not Nelson Brands, though I think he's really good. But 5.5 points, it's too many. Too rich for my blood, JD. I'm taking Gaitan. The pride of Temecula, California, I think. Now this is where JD gets he has to stick up for his line by showing it was a good line and take.
I knew it was a lot of points too when I did it.
Yeah.
If you had 3.5, I'm like, maybe in there.
I think it's way too much. I mean, you think about Arnold went to overtime 3 times with Noctiborden, and I think that's kind of those guys are all similar levels. I don't think he's going to destroy someone who is similar level. And I think Arnold wins 8 or 9 out of 10 on this one, but I don't think he wins by that much.
Yeah, I think this Gabe Arnold, if you're listening, put up
please
takedowns for me.
All right.
I'm going Gaitan. I'm still going.
If Gabe Arnold covers, he gets an NIL deal from JD.
Yeah, you have to.
I'll toss him a couple shekels.
Yeah, toss it to him. Okay. Brendan Swafford versus Will Feldkamp. He says
Brutal.
Feldkamp a 14.5-point favorite. Oh my gosh.
I didn't think I actually made it 14.5, but I guess I did. I did these yesterday.
That's what
2 days ago.
Don't worry. That happened to me with the Ayala line. I was like,
I thought I made it more like a 10.5 or 11.5. I don't care. I'm still hitting Feldkamp button.
Whoa.
Is Swafford that bad?
He's a player.
He did get tackled by Munoz, but dang. It's a lot of points, guys.
Or a pin.
Could it be one of the classic Feldkamp just works so hard for the pin the whole time, and it's if the whole thing is just to not get pinned, you can waste a lot of time just not getting pinned. You know what I mean? That's where I'm wondering. Maybe they watch some of Ben's highlight tapes and see how some of the guys avoid getting pinned.
What was the one guy you couldn't bonus?
Oh, what was his name?
Freaking Wes Roberts.
Wes Roberts from Oklahoma. Daggone it, Wes.
Damn him.
Ruined all our fun. What do you think about this one, Ben?
I'm trying to look through his results, and he had he only lost 5-2 to Bailey O'Reilly, 6-2 K DeVos. 12-8 Lance Runyon. Like, these are really good guys that Swafford is not getting killed by. So it kind of makes me want to take that line. And I know Feldkamp is good and he's got big moves. But then the Trey Munoz tech followed him in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So it makes you think like, maybe. Man, it's hard. I'm going to go Swafford. I'm going to say he keeps it relatively close and stays off his back because they're going to tell, listen, that's your job. This is the Iowa State duel. You cannot get pinned in the Iowa State duel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
I'm going to say major.
He knows the assignment.
Yes.
Okay, this is a huge match. 26 versus 24. Zach Glazier versus Julian Broderson. I have no idea. It's a pick'em. Good pick'em for JD.
Yeah, this is truly a pick'em. I'm going Broderson on the fact that he has more college experience. I mean, Glazer's only wrestled like 5 matches total in the past like 3 years or something like that.
He's been on Iowa.
He's been in college 5 years, bro.
Bro, he's gone like 1-1 and 2-2 the past 2 years.
He was 19-2 his first year, and then he only had 1-1, 2-2, 7-2, and 6-0 the last 4 seasons.
Like, that's not a whole lot of college matches.
Yeah.
And how many of those are in the freaking Cyhawk duel? A lot of those at Soldier Salute. These are open.
Soldier Salute
like
or open tournaments, correct, yes. Damn, he did beat Wyatt Volker, though. That's a solid win. Volker's tough.
That's a solid win. No. I'm still saying this is a toss-up, but Broderson he's been the starter for Iowa State for a season, right? He's wrestled in matches. This is going to be obviously the biggest match of his career, but he's wrestled in Hilton before too, and this is in Hilton, big match. So because of the college experience and home field advantage, that's the only reason I'm leaning Broderson, but it gives me 51% confidence.
Man, it's weird,
I'm going to go Glazier.
Really?
Yeah, I think Glazier's going to get him.
You do? I don't know.
Yes.
That's a big one. It could be that Iowa has to have that one. I'm going Broderson too.
What if I told you Ben Broderson has dad strength?
He's a dad. I don't know. Does he know how to do wrestling moves?
Some
of them.
So you're taking Glazier. Okay, man, that's gonna be a huge one. If Iowa loses 25, that's probably a must-win match for them.
Yes,
because heavyweight does not look like they're gonna have an opportunity there. Bradley Hill versus Younger Bastida. I think you went too light on this line, JD. Younger's gonna score until
I made it 10.5.
And 10.5. I think Younger's just gonna score till they stop the match. Until
they throw the damn tackle.
It's they're like, all right, Younger, you can stop now. I think he's that good.
Oof. Yeah. I'm looking through this. Go ahead.
If it's just like, it depends on the situation in the duel too, right? Like, if Iowa State's up at this point, he's probably just going to wrestle, just make sure he gets the win. But all that being said, he's probably just going to come out and just score a lot of points.
If they start at 125 and Younger seals the deal with the win at heavyweight, he will give a phenomenal celebration. This I know.
Yeah, remember his headgear spike?
What if? Yeah, I actually have it. So I'm going to go Younger by tech fall. And that would actually, for me, make it 17-16 Iowa State because I have 2 majors for Iowa at 41 and 33. I have a major 84 and a tech fall at heavyweight for Iowa State. But if Younger throws his headgear, that makes it a tied match, 16-16.
I hope Younger seals it by more than one and then spikes his headgear on purpose, knowing he can give up a team point.
I'm doing my quick math here real quick. Who did you take?
Bastida? Bastida to cover 2. And then, which gives me Iowa State because I had Feldkamp with a pin. Real with only a tech fall. Teskey just by decision. And I picked Broderson too. So I think I had Iowa State win in 6 and with more bonus.
21.
So that's too much arithmetic for me, but I know I got
Come
Iowa
on,
State
you can
winning.
do it.
Yeah, so I've
that
got
math.
Iowa State. Man, do I really have Terrakina? I think I do. I have no freaking clue. That one's hard for me. So
Come on, man. What's the score? Let's hear it.
21-12 is what I have it.
What?
I have it 6. It's not crazy. I have it 6-4 Iowa State. I have 2 big hang-ups, 97 and 125. I don't have a good feel. I could be getting a little caught up in what I saw last. I'm with JD on Broderson, just at least the rationale. I have something I can hold on to. I think it's gonna be bonus though. I don't know. So think about the bonus opponents for the 2 teams. Like the bonus opportunity for Iowa is probably the best one's at 141, and that's just against such a really good wrestler, right? Whereas heavyweight, I think is so likely. It's so likely. I think 184.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
very likely that a bonus point's coming. So I think when you factor that in, that just makes it really uphill. And even if I move 97 to Glacier, it's still 15-18 Iowa State. So I don't know.
There's definitely more leeway for Iowa State in this duel.
But I feel like Iowa can seize control. That for Iowa to win, they've got to come out early and get those wins, and they need to be up a decent amount, have it rolling when they roll into 149, and maybe they steal that one. Another thing that would be interesting, they'll never do it, and I don't even know if Kennedy's available or suspended or healthy or whatever, but I mentioned it before.
What his availability is. Christian.
Yeah, because they won't really officially say who's out for how long.
I have heard he is
Okay.
not go
Yeah, so
for this.
but if you throw him at 74 and bump Gabe, that would be so much. I think Gabe would be in that match.
What if though you bump Feldkamp, toss in Noctiborin 84?
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Oh, that's a good idea right there. That's a good idea right there, JD Raider. It sounds like you got a plan.
Yeah, we're forgetting all the freshmen. Yeah. Man, they should do that, honestly.
They should do it. What if, oh my God.
We need to get those weigh-in sheets.
What if Ben Keeter makes the walk? It's only in Iowa. It's not that far away.
By God, is that Ben Keeter's music?
He comes to the mat wearing
Ben
a football
Keeter
helmet.
better make the damn walk. This is a Cyhawk duel.
I know.
They got a football game Saturday?
I feel like Ben is never going to wrestle.
No, they play Nebraska on Friday. Not
You got
Sunday.
2 days to heal up?
Sunday anyways.
Yeah.
Play football on Sunday.
Friday, 11 a.m. He'll be ready.
I feel like
Guys, Ben Keeter needs to make the walk.
Was Tom Brand's comments that he needs to focus on football until after the bowl game a cover?
no.
That's a cover. Throw him off the scent. A little bit.
It's not really their method.
Bro, it's one
typically.
match. 7 minutes. Get your butt out there, Ben Keeter. Let's go. Iowa needs you.
Tom says, Mr. Ferentz, come here.
Come here, buddy.
This guy, he's not even getting minutes
You're not
right
even
now.
using them.
Let us borrow him for one afternoon, then you take him back.
I honestly don't think it'd be a good idea for Ben, man. You got to be. This isn't.
What?
Bro.
Because Bastida's that good.
He's not doing wrestling practice. And you're going to throw him out there against Younger Bastida?
Listen.
You think Younger
Get
can't
out there and
bonus point Ben
scrap.
Keeter?
Yeah, get out there and fight. Yes. No, I don't. I think Ben Keeter will be able to hold to the decision.
You would have your guys. You would enter your guys in a high level tournament against one of the best wrestlers in the country if they hadn't done any practices.
For the team.
You would do that.
If I had to, I'd say, hey,
You don't
Ben,
have
what
to.
do you think about this?
You don't have to. Okay, well I'll tell you.
Yes,
don't have
I
to.
want
The
my
fate of
guys to be
humanity
ready
or
to
your-
fight. I want my guys to be ready to fight at all times. That's what I want. Yes, I do, Christian.
Well, your guys don't fight at all times. You guys
They
are very
better.
strategic. No, they don't.
Who?
You guys don't.
Who's
You guys don't
strategic?
compete all the time. You're strategic when you compete.
No, like if I need to bump him up and say, "Hey, I want you to go wrestle this guy," I want him to say, "No problem."
Yeah, and I bet they've been going to practice. This is a dumb conversation.
You're scared, Mr.
so
Piles.
stupid.
You don't
there's
like
no
tough
scenario.
wrestling.
He hasn't been doing tough wrestling. He's been doing football. You dorks.
He needs to do some
Yeah,
more
I
tough
don't know.
wrestling.
Yeah, the path is there. One little match can swing things, but
But
I don't know,
JD's
I think-
idea, before the Keeter got distracted, JD, your idea is actually good. I think that
Really
makes
good.
Iowa State way more likely to win at 84 and 97. Because I think Knockboarding, I can't say his damn name, whatever his name is.
You got it.
He's
Knockboard.
good. Knockboarding. He's good. He can definitely beat Swafford. And then you bump Feldkamp up, and he can definitely beat Glazier. For
Yeah.
sure.
whoa, what if they do that?
You know, they're not afraid to bump.
They did the triple bump last year.
Triple bump.
Yeah.
This is just double.
Yeah, and there's just less overall flexibility for Iowa. They just got to. They have their lineups kind of be their lineup, and
Dogs, do you realize if Iowa State wins, this is Tom Brand's first loss
he's
as head
never
coach
lost.
to Iowa State?
Yeah,
That's a stat. That's wild.
they haven't lost since 2004.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago. Ben Askren, we were just young college students at that point in time.
Yeah. Damn.
We're old.
Yeah, I mean, took a loss to Parker at the Grandview Open, but he had 3 tech falls and 2 majors besides that.
And I thought
What?
he wrestled Parker tough. Parker put
Yeah.
him on him a bit.
I didn't see
put
the
on him a
match.
bit. He wrestled him tough.
All right. So that'll be it. It's on 2:00 Central, I think. ESPN. Make sure you check it out. I know we will. Gonna be very, very fun. With that, there's a question here I really like, but I'm not gonna ask it.
What is it?
No. I don't want. It's Thanksgiving. I don't want to start trouble. You see it?
Is it about Thanksgiving restaurants?
No.
I'm not on the dock right now.
It's about your team. Your
Ben,
the
do a John
AWA.
Smith impression. Okay, hold on. I'm scrolling down. You guys have the questions kind of all over the place. Oh, Keith from Keith Gothard?
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't start trouble.
Let's not start trouble. See, in this.
I think the answer is, though, I did it in my head, and the answer is we got a chance.
That's my answer too. We're gonna go. Thank you guys so much. We hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. That's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's tomorrow. What are you doing for
tomorrow.
Thanksgiving, Christian?
You
What are
know
you
what
doing?
I'm doing.
Going up north to the Flug.
Let's go.
Boom.
We're gonna have so much. Oh, we're gonna make these big plates full of turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and
It's gonna
potatoes
be
and
great 'cause
green beans.
Thanksgiving food is great.
Yep. And we're gonna be patting our bellies and so happy. And you're gonna be eating tacos or something. I hope.
I don't know.
You
I'm
know
actually
what?
on my mom, so I don't know what she's
You
making.
do whatever it is you do, but I would be upset if Andy, Ozzy, and Alex did not get an authentic Thanksgiving dinner. So I hope for their sake they get a yummy, tasty dinner out of the deal.
All right. I hope they do.
All right. Ben was not paying attention to that part. That's okay. All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
What did I
We'll be
say?
back
I was
Monday.
reading there. Whatever. I'm
Nothing.
out of here. Bye.
Goodbye. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. See ya.